Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, how's everybody doing? Thank you so much, Aaron White, for becoming a member.
But now you have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
So I appreciate that. So I'm not going to waste too much time. I'm actually going to just kind of jump back into it. But the reason that I wanted to cover this more is, and we're going to get into Pap's side of the story too. But the reason I'm focusing on Remy's side of the story is because her side is the one with the lies on it. I went back to listen, and I'm not going to really be able to get to all of the counterpoints for the stuff that she say, because she's been on the internet since this video that we're about to go back to, wilding, which lets me know that she's the liar in the situation because she's too busy trying to make herself look good. Okay. And even if, like I said last live stream, even if she's not a full-blown narcissist, she definitely got a lot of narc tendencies. So she might be, I mean, you know, she might be, because she's definitely doing a smear campaign. That's something that narcs like to do. When they're done with you, they like to do a smear campaign on your character. And really the only way to actually deal with a narc is to gray rock them. Gray rock is the only way to deal with a narc. There's literally no other method that you're supposed to use with a narcissist. Gray rocking is basically no emotion and no response. No matter what they do, because they're going to have a lot of antics. No matter what they do, you cannot respond to them. No matter how much smear campaign they do, you cannot respond to them. Because narcs survive off of your reaction to their foolishness. They'll do a bunch of stuff to you, and then when you respond as a normal person would respond, then they get to feed off of that and tell everybody that you're the one that's acting crazy. You can tell that by the fact that she keeps saying, I'm not emotional, you're emotional. There's a lot here. There's a lot here. So I want my audience to not just take away the sensationalism of it all. I'm not covering this just because it's Remy and Pap and because this is like tabloid stuff. I'm covering this stuff because we need to be able to see basically in real time a lot of breakdown in what we call these marriages at this point. Lots of red flags were ignored, honestly speaking, by Papoose. He ignored, and he said, you know what I'm saying, DJ K Slay warned him a long time ago, and he didn't listen. I'm pretty sure there were quite a few people in Papoose's life that was around him at the time that told him you might not want to get in deep with her. You know, if you want to date her for a little bit, if you want to kick it a little bit, that's one thing. but falling all heads over heels and getting into this commitment and dedication with her, that might not be your best bet. Okay? That might not be your best bet. I don't need nobody to tell me how to approach this. I don't need nobody to tell me how to approach it. Because Papoose did overlook red flags, just like that Travis Hunter boy overlooked them red flags and married that girl anyway. He better hope the whole world was wrong and he was right. This is a lesson in real life. This is real life, because when people fall in love with people, they turn their head to the very obvious issues that the other person has. Those issues never go away. They simply lay dormant, if that, or they progress over time, and they come back to bite you. They come back to bite you in the butt because you love them. Get this person out of my chat. Exactly. Corey Holcomb points out the way he ignored her dress and all of those sorts of things. And how she was even moving to begin with. How you start is how it ends. When I've said it 100 times, when these types of relationships go into breakdown, these long relationships go into breakdown, each person has their own accountability within it. Each person. There's rarely, if ever, a person that was completely had zero accountability and the other person had 100% accountability in that situation. Rarely, if ever. Rarely, if ever. Okay. Yeah. Love make you blind. Love make you see a red flag as a fuchsia one. It's fuchsia. No, they're red. Exactly. The level of ingratitude. The level of ingratitude that she showed. She's now showing the ingratitude to the public that she had to have been showing him in that relationship. Precisely. And people don't want to hear that. Well, therapists say when relationships break down, like 92% of the time, both parties play a part, no matter how it breaks down, no matter who did the most thing, who did the most egregious thing. When people play in your face, they have to take accountability for playing in your face and being the type of person that's gonna play in your face. You, as the person that getting your face played in, you have a responsibility to stop them from playing in your face. And a lot of times in relationships, that connection to that person, the love for that person, the wanting to work it out, the wanting to have things to be a certain way or to be the way they used to be or whatever the case may be, make you not walk away from that person. Marriages are not easy to break in terms of emotionally walking away. That's not easy to do, especially if you were emotionally there in truth. It's hard to just cut that person, to just act like that person not there, and to be callous and cold and calculated about it. It's difficult, even if that person doing you dirty. Even if that person is doing you dirty, still, it be hard. You have to get like a drug addict that hit rock bottom. You have to be in a position where you're at rock bottom and you just can't take no more. You here with it. And that's when you walk away, because it's just, there's not a moment. You can't take one more moment of this. Not one more. They can't. They're out of chances. There's nothing more to take from you. There's nothing more. There's no more. Your heart can't be broke no more. Your feelings can't be hurt no more. Your respect can't be trampled upon no more. It's just, they done did it all. They just done did it all. They just done did it all. Now I gotta go. Now I go. Now I urge people to not have to get to that point, but that is easier said than done. When the old sayings come up, those are sayings for a reason. Love is blind. Everybody been a fool for love at some point. You've been stupid. You've been stupid for somebody. If you have had more than a few relationships, or sometimes it ain't even got to be a bunch of relationships. Sometimes it's just that one person. And you be the stupid for them. You stupid for them. And no matter who tell you what, no matter what they do in front of you, no matter how, no matter what, you just gonna be stupid for them. You just gonna be stupid for them until you stop being stupid for them. Because you keep trying to chase the person that you fell in love with at the beginning. That's what keeps people in relationships that are toxic and in breakdown. That's what keep them there. Even in abusive relationships, the reason why people don't just up and leave the first time, regardless of who's being abused, whether the man is being abused or the woman being abused, lots of times those first instances of abuse, they don't leave. They don't leave. And they keep trying to, what they trying to do is they trying to recapture the person that they fell in love with. They trying to get back to that person. But an abuser don't let you to that person. They tease that person to you. That's what keeps a person who's being abused, whether that's emotional, physical, mental, verbal, whatever kind of abuse that you going through with somebody. That's what keep that person there. And people on the outside looking in like, why would you stay? You know what I'm saying? Well, they was doing this and doing that. Because even in abusive relationships, the abuser don't always abuse you. They give you the breadcrumb. They give you the glimpse of the person that you want, the person you love. They show you that person is still here. And that's what keep people holding on. Well, that person is there. Maybe I can get back to them. Maybe I can get back. Maybe if I do better, maybe if I bow down some more, maybe if I don't have the boundaries, maybe if I, you know what I'm saying, maybe if I do more, or whatever it is you think, because the person that's being abused don't think that they're enough for this person, and they constantly trying to be enough for this person to love them and to respect them and want them. I'm telling you what I know. You don't feel like you enough for the person. And you constantly in a state of trying to prove that you can be loved, that you're worthy of them loving you and respecting you. So you start doing more and more and more. See all the stuff I do. See all the stuff I do. See all the stuff I do. See how supportive I am. See how loving I am. See how wonderful I am. See how nurturing I am. And the only thing that person can see is a fool. The only thing the abuser see is a fool that's letting them do it to them. Are you a fool? You would do anything for me. All I got to do is make you feel less than, and you will work harder. So they manipulate it. So they just manipulate it. They just manipulate it. They just keep on manipulating it until you, as the person who's being done dirty, like start snapping out of it. That's when they get real vindictive. When you start snapping out of it. When you start, because I'm going to tell you, before I get to this video, I'm going to tell you why she crashing out. She not crashing out because he got with Clarissa. That's not why she's crashing out. Because now all of a sudden she see him with a woman. That don't bother her. That's not what's bothering her, because she's been stepping out for a minute. So she's not bothered by that. I'm going to tell you why. And this is especially true if she's a narc for real. What made her start crashing out and what's going to keep her crashing out is she lost emotional access to Papoose. Not physical access, emotional access to him. And she was going to crash out like that, whether he was with a woman publicly or not. This is just a convenient excuse for her to do it. Clarissa is just a convenient excuse for her to try to manipulate that situation. But what's really happening is that he is no longer under her control. She's not able to manipulate him emotionally like she used to be able to do anything, and he just crawl and try to get her and try to cater to her and see the whole relationship. He been trying to make sure Remy is all right. That's what a narcissist do. You know, I'm coming around to her being a narc for real, because that's what a narcissist do to you in a relationship. When you're undergoing narcissistic abuse by them, your whole relationship revolves around you making sure they're okay, making sure they're not mad, making sure they're not upset, making sure, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, you're not doing anything that's gonna, because it's gonna be an argument later, and all of this other type of stuff. Like, the whole relationship become you catering to they every little whim, because they're gonna make everything a big deal, and everything gonna be your fault. Everything is going to be your fault. Everything. With a narc, everything is your fault. The failing of the relationship, your fault. Anything that they do, your fault. Any shortcoming they got, your fault. You made them do this. You're making them act like this. You're making them do you like this. It's always like that. They don't have accountability. They don't have accountability, and they don't take accountability. They throw all the responsibility and accountability upon you. It's you. And so whether the relationship works or not is because of you. So that's what's going on with her right now. That's why she is crashing out, because Papoose, she's drained him. She's drained him. He doesn't have any more to give her. And that's what's got her upset. Because if you go back and watch my last live and you listen to her, she tells how she called him to tell him, listen, she called him to tell him how to move with him and Clarissa. That's a narc. I'm coming around to it. Maybe I might have to retract what I said. I called him and told him, just say this and do it like this, and it don't gotta be like that. You call him and told him. So you're so accustomed to telling a grown man what he has to do. You're gonna tell him how to maneuver with a new woman in a new relationship. That tells us everything we need to know about how comfortable she is and was dictating what moves he needed to make and how he needed to respond and all of that. She is angry. She's very upset that she no longer has the kind of power to manipulate him the way in which she has been accustomed to manipulating him emotionally. She can no longer manipulate the love that he has for her because he still love her. He just done. He love her, but he done. That's what she can't deal with. He love her, but she done. But he's done. He's done. See, they've been at this place before, and she was able to gaslight. She was able to, smooth her way and finesse her way and act like she gonna act right and act like she gonna do what she's supposed to do, and he'd take her back. This time he didn't do that. That's why she crashing out. Because after it all came out, the very first go round of her being with Big Teeth, and he didn't say nothing, she was using that opportunity. When he was quiet and he didn't respond publicly to any of that, she was using that time to try to be in the house with him and have sex with him. You can tell that because she got mad when he knocked him out. I'm gonna play that part when Pap plays an audio of her mad at Pap because he knocked the old boy out, and she's like, "Nah, I gotta be with him and be nice to him because he gonna put out a sex tape and he blackmailing me. Now I gotta stick with him, but I was gonna let it go." See, that's all that it has always been. Every time she acted out, and he be looking like he gonna be done, she has always been able to, gaslight her way and all that kind of stuff back in, and then he just gone ahead and take her back for the sake of the kids and for the sake of the this and for the sake of the that, and all that kind of stuff, and for the public image and all of that. And, he didn't want his family broken and things of that nature, and he loved her. At the bottom of it, he loved her, and he didn't want to let her go. Now she did that big old thing, and see, that blew up public. See, all that other stuff was between him and her. Whoever she was cheating with, being with, he said she was with one of them women from the jail that she was in and all that kind of stuff. See, all that stuff was quiet. That's why she's so interested in blowing it up now, because she knows that he don't like his business in the street. She know that. So that she call herself hurting him by putting his private business in the street and spinning a narrative and all of that kind of stuff. It's a smear campaign. All that other stuff was private. But she hit the street with C Otter Big Teeth publicly. Now she can't get it back. She can't get it back. She can't get him back in line. She can't get Pap back in line. There has been no amount of coochie she can give him. There's been no amount of sweet talk. There's been no amount of, okay, baby, come on. You know what I'm saying? It was just this, because Narcs don't say sorry. So, it was just like this and blah, 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 blah. There's been no amount of that has been able to make him settle back down and be her supply. He's done. He's done doing it. He done doing it. Let's get to
They're not gonna have you out here being called a side bitch, a mistress, or any of these other things, and making you think they're telling you the truth. And that what? Let me guess. I'm keeping my daughter away. I would never. And that be clear, I would never ever. My lawyer will tell you guys, I don't want full custody. The custody is joint down the middle. I ain't make her by myself. I paid for her to be here by myself because we did that IVF. I paid for it by myself, but I ain't make her by myself. You think I'm gonna be stuck and trapped down and can't go nowhere and can't do nothing, can't do this? Like, come get her. Come pick her up. Yes, come on. Come on. Come on.
That's the only part that I actually believe. The only part I actually believe is she saying she would not keep that kid away from him like that. She'll be petty about it, but she ain't really trying to keep that baby away from him because she want to run the street. See, babies make you not run the street. She just said it. I can't do this. I can't do that. She just said it out of her mouth. So no, you come get her. See, that's why she was hesitant to have the baby in the first place, because babies make you sit down. She don't want to sit down. She want to run the street. Babies make you have to be a mama. She was done with that. She was done with that. He wanted another baby. He wanted a baby with her. She didn't want that baby. She hesitated. She was like, finally, go ahead. Had that baby. She don't want that. She is going to definitely let him have that baby. If she don't end up letting him have full custody, just take her. And I'll be the gym shoe mama. Because she want to run the street.
Stop. King Riz, that's your name? King Riz. How you know? Where you getting that from? From what you've seen in the blogs? Because I haven't been talking, because I'm not supposed to. Anybody that told a lie or anything was to protect me, the person who was supposed to protect me, the only thing that ever was put out. I've been being, I'll put out videos of you having sex. I'll put out videos. Please get me lit. Get me lit.
Are you hearing her? Is it going too fast? Let me slow it down just a little.
Please get me lit. Put out my sex tape. Please get me lit. Stop. King Riz, that's your name? King Riz. How you know? Where you getting that from? From what you've seen in the blogs? Because I haven't been talking, because I'm not supposed to. Anybody that told a lie or anything was to protect me, the person who was supposed to protect me, the only thing that ever was put out. I've been being, I'll put out videos of you having sex. I'll put out videos. Please get me lit. Get me lit. Please get me lit. Put out my sex tape. Please get me lit. Like what?
Now, mind you, she's trying to insinuate that Papoose is the one that is blackmailing her. Big Teeth is blackmailing her. He swims in and out of that little river and he blackmails her. You understand? That little sea otter blackmails her. She said it and he said it. I'm going to play it. We might have to be here a little longer. That little sea otter jumps in and out of that water with some foolish men. Now she's trying to act like Papoose is the one. Papoose has never tried to do that.
You think that I was able to do everything I was because the box trash? It's not. You think is it? Well, that's another thing. I'm like, oh, she was held down while she was in jail.
You think that I was able to do everything that I did because the box trash? Y'all hearing her? Are y'all hearing her? I need people to hear what she's saying. See, I know it's cringeworthy and it's easy to just tune it out. But I need people to hear it what she is saying. I wasn't able to do everything I was doing because the box is trash. She's soft admitting that she been throwing that thing around whole time. She been throwing that thing around whole time. Because what she mean by that? What is she talking about? What's all the stuff that you were doing? What stuff that you was doing? What was you doing? Name it. What was the stuff? What is she talking about? All the stuff I was doing. You think I could have done all the stuff I was doing because the box is trash? It's not.
I was who I was when I went to prison. My royalty check still came in. I gave power of attorney so that they could write checks and go on my account and do this. I was buying Christmas gifts, not just for my son, for 3 other children that I was still getting to know. Yeah. Yes, I was. Paying rent in a house that I pay rent in at least 3 different apartments that I never seen a day in my life. And you know what I came home to? I have shit. I have $1 when I came home. I loved though, and I was okay with that. Because I know me, I'm a hustler, I'm a grinder, I know I'm gonna get it. I always got it out the mud, I know I'm gonna get it. And I was okay.
You were okay with it because you were married to a man that knew how to get to a bag. Remy, I don't know if you know this, Rem. I don't know if you know this or not, Rem. You are not the rapper that you think you are, and you never have been. You are not the rapper that you think you are, and you never have been. You had that little song that I guess was supposed to be conceited or whatever. I can't spit a half a bar from that. I don't even know the beat to it. The hottest verse you ever spit was on the Lean Back remix. Okay. But that was Fat Joe record. That was not your record. You was rolling with the Terror Squad. That's how that's how anybody outside of New York knew who you was. Maybe people in New York knew of you prior to that, but you hit the airwaves outside of New York from the Lean Back verse. I don't remember no hip hop classics, Miss Remy Ma. So you are not the star, the hip hop star that you think that you are. You had some success. That you messed up by going to jail. You messed it up. Whatever you were going to do professionally, you messed it all up. Okay. So now you get out of jail. And then you just said on this thing, you came out to love. Who was loving you? Who was loving you, Rem? Who? Name that person. Name the person that loved you. And you knew that he loved you by what he was doing while you were locked away. That is how he showed Papoose was the one that was loving you. And he showed his love to you by how he was behaving and the things that he was doing while you were sit down. It was Papoose that kept your name buzzing and kept the public remembering who you were. You so-called came out to nothing because you didn't have much in the first place. And you came out to a man that was ready and willing to make a whole life with you and help your career and everything. Everything. Pap is the hustler. Pap is the hustler. Because please don't act like the battle rap league and all that kind of stuff. Please don't act like he didn't have nothing to do with that. Please don't sit here and try to tell me that he didn't have nothing to do with that. That these things was not his idea. Please don't tell me that he didn't have nothing to do with you getting your master's. Please don't tell me that. Please don't do us like that. Thank you. If whatever you had, because I'm not even here to say you was completely broke, but 7 years worth of money and you was just now on the come up before that whole thing happened, that whole case happened, and you had to go to jail. You was on the way up. It ain't like you had been on top for a while and then you know what I'm saying, you had to go to jail, but you had millions anyway, so you could survive it. That wasn't what was going on. You came out. The reason why I'm going through her professional career like this is because where do you think you got any of this notoriety from? Because you didn't just get out of jail a year or two ago. You've been out of jail for a minute. Where has your catalog been? Where is it? Miss Sierra, wasn't the fight just over 2 bands? Miss Sierra, if you don't come through, Miss Sierra, because I forgot about it. It was over that little bit of money. You had 7 years worth of money, but you got sat down for 2 bands. It was Pap that helped you elevate your look because you wasn't halfway cute then as you is now. You was running around here looking like a tomboy. It was Pap that was having you to revamp your look, be a little bit sexier, be a little bit more feminine in your presentation. Outside of New York, Bookie, but we ain't heard, we ain't here. The outside of New York hip hop committee have not heard nothing from you since you tried to diss Nicki Minaj on Sheetha, which was actually hot, by the way. Not gonna play you. It was hot. I like Sheetha. And then no capitalization musically upon that. You the one told us that you had to tell Pap to stop visiting you all the time because he was coming up there every day, every other day. He was always up there to visit you, to make sure that you knew that he wasn't forgetting about you and that you wasn't on his mind and that you was still meant something to him and he loved you still, regardless of the situation. Now now when I play this again, she gonna act like that was nothing. When I start this video up, she's gonna downplay that.
Okay with that. You know what? Sit back. Let me do this. You understand? The people at Love and Hip Hop, one executive in particular who I heard was doing this behind the scenes recently. I have shit. I had $1 when I came home. I love though, and I was okay with that. I was okay with that. Because I know me, I'm a hustler, I'm a grinder, I know I'm gonna get it. I always got it out the mud, I know I'm gonna get it. And I was okay with that. You know what? Sit back, let me do this. You understand? The people at Love and Hip Hop, one executive in particular who I heard was doing this behind the scenes recently. Can't believe it. That was crazy. How you gonna be talking crazy like y'all ain't see me, like y'all ain't see me taking 15, 20, 25,000 off of my fee to put it on that, or to put it on his fee. Raise Jace. When somebody,
Mind you, she talking about the fee and how the pay was split. Pap was on camera as well on Love and Hip Hop. You didn't have a storyline or space to be on Love and Hip Hop without Papoose. People was tuning in to watch you on Love and Hip Hop because they wanted to see the couple. They wanted to see the hood version of Jay-Z and Beyonce. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in the hip hop hood hip hop version of the power couple. People really was checking for y'all. People really was looking up to y'all relationship. Like people was really invested in just watching, you know what I'm saying, y'all interaction as a married couple and things of that nature. People really wanted to see that. They didn't want to see toxicity between you two. For on the rare occasion that folks tune in not to see the toxic part, they wanted to see the good part. One good marriage on that show that was happening between two Black people. So if he showed up on camera, then he need some pay for that. I ain't showing up on camera, don't get no check. What's going on? Even if it was split by percentages and things of that nature, I think you will find that she's probably leaving out some key financial arrangements between herself and Papoose in terms of a business arrangement. Do y'all get what I mean? Because they do business together as well as a married couple. So certain things look better if they're on paper a certain way. So if the check don't come in their personal names, but let's say it comes into their business name or LLC name or something like that, and it needs to be split up a certain way for tax purposes, for paperwork purposes, and things of that nature, you know, so it might be more or less an arrangement the way things were legally, paperwork wise, to be split certain way, the pay gets split a certain way, the money get look a certain way. But between you and me as husband and wife, this our money. But on paper, this person made this much, that person got a split, that person got a percentage, But supposedly, regardless of what the paperwork say, between me and you as husband and wife, it don't matter whose check the money came, who name the check came into, this our money. Okay, I'm not gonna play you all the way up, right? All the way up. That was still with Fat Joe, but I ain't gonna take it from her. I ain't gonna take all the way up from her. She was featured on it. It was a popping song. We not gonna do that. It was a popping song, so we gonna give her that. This all goes into, she thinks she's the prize. No. She got a nice delivery. Remy got the delivery because she got the New York delivery. Let's just be honest with it. She sound like she do because she's from the Bronx. That's where rap come from. So the delivery, more often than not, you know what I'm saying, she got the New York thing going on. She's from New York. She's from the Bronx. So it sounds like that. And to us, that sounds like rap. New York sounds like rap because that's where rap came from. So she got a good delivery. I actually would never have been mad. I was rooting for Remy. Let's just be honest. Before all this foolishness started, I was rooting for her as an artist. I always wanted to see Remy do more music. I always wanted her to do more music. I always liked her delivery. I always felt like she could be one of the top female MCs. I always felt that way. And I wanted her to prove it. I wanted her to, you know what I'm saying? Why should like Rayvon said, why should Ice Spice be the king of New York? What was with that? You know what I'm saying? I always wanted her to do it. I didn't want her to just stay in the battle rap. That's fine. Battle rap is fine. I have no problem with battle rap. I like battle rap. But at the same time, she wasn't just going to be a battle rapper. She was trying to be like a commercial rapper, like a more mainstream rap. So I always wanted to see more of her musically. I always wanted to hear more from her. And it never really materialized. Like here and there, it would be a little buzz. And I would be like, okay, well, this is what's gonna get it really off the shelf. This is gonna launch her. But you get older and still trying to launch in your 30s and all that kind of stuff, your rap career, and it starts getting gimmicky after a while. Let's just be honest. It starts getting gimmicky. She's in her early 40s now. Don't nobody want to hear it. You know what? Something happened because people, it seemed like people would have wanted to help you off the strength of you being Pap's wife. And that probably was the case to a certain degree. But you have to be workable also. You have to be workable. People got to want to work with you. Because ultimately, you're the one that have to get in the booth. You're the one that they got to contact, and you're the one that they have to talk to. Pap still, as far as I understand, Pap still got a good image in these streets. I still don't hear, even with all of her foolishness, I don't hear no bad stuff. She the only one say something bad about Pap. But consider the source. Put a one in the chat if you've ever heard Papoose's name come up in some type of scandal or folks was mad at him. You know what I'm saying? And it was this story about how he did this one dirty and that one dirty, and don't nobody really like Pap out here in these streets. And I've never heard it. I've never heard it. I've never heard it. Never. That's basically my whole point. You hit it on the head. Remy's a pretty good rapper, mainly because she's so New York. So she riding off the New York swag. And that's fine, so whatever. So if you like any New York rapper, you can like her, right? Because she's in that mode. But she's not as great as she thinks she is. That's my whole point. That's my whole point. Exactly. No album in 7 years. How serious about the music? Exactly. Now, y'all get my point now. You get my point now. It's levels to hip hop. Just because you spit a bar here and there, unfortunately, that don't do what you think it is. I know some folks on the corner 87th and Stony Island bar you to death. Do you understand? Bar you down. They ain't never gonna make it nowhere in no music. We're gonna be here for a while. So after these messages, We'll be right back. I need everybody to go to ashkicking.com. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. If you trying to keep your skin looking and feeling its absolute best, then look no further than this body butter on your screen. And you can only get it at ashkicking.com. Once again, a link is pinned to the top of the chat. And if this is going to be your first order, please take advantage of the 10% discount using the promo code Crimson at checkout. Oh, you guys are bam, 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 bam. You gotta hit the like button, bam, bam. You gotta Oh, okay. Thank you, Lord Bison said, if a woman can be bought, she's no prize. Thank you, R. Said, Pap is a quiet person. When he went on IG for an hour about the situation, that spoke volumes to me. This man is hurt, and he felt he had to speak. That's why I said I believed him. I believed him because he's talking. Pap don't be getting on there not telling his business. When Pap be posting on Instagram, he done posted a freestyle or something. You know what I'm saying? Something related to why we like Pap or why we know of him in the first place. Not no tea, especially not no tea happening in his house. So this is why I say I'm with you on that. Thank you, Timothy. Said, great message. Experiencing this madness. You're spot on. It was hell on earth. And thank you, Clarence. Said he helped her with everything. He helped her with everything. Thank you so much for that. That's what I'm saying. 79th and Stony. You go to in the hood, they still will stand there and like dudes. You can catch dudes like doing little ciphers. You can catch it, bar you down. They ain't going nowhere in no rap. They ain't going nowhere in the rap game. Not a single place. They not going a single place. Levels to it. We used to have rap fests and rap battles and stuff like that on the college campuses at UIC and all that, man. You go there, man, bar you to death. We used to be heavy on that. What do it mean? Absolutely nothing. We're not trying to make him be quiet for the sake of being quiet. But his response, see, he's not dealing with a regular person. He's dealing with a narcissist. And that's what I was explaining earlier. With a narc, you have to not pay them no attention. None. Even kind of at your expense, you gotta not say nothing to them or respond to them because they use it and they keep going and going and going. It don't ever stop. Your responses don't stop them. It fuels them. If it don't do nothing else, it fuels them. When you stop, they have to stop because there's no reaction for them to, you know what I'm saying? They can't make you the problem because you're responding to their foolishness. That you gotta do a narc like that. It hurts your soul, but you gotta do a narc like that. You gotta do that to a narc. You have to. They never don't stop. They won't stop. She'll do this for the next year or two. She'll do this. Thank you. So in 2006, Pap signed a deal for 1.2 mil. This was before she got locked up. So if anything, he stopped his career to be there, going to court, paying bails and lawyers, but she forgot about that part. Exactly. You gotta let it. Unfortunately, you kind of gotta let them do it. And in this particular case, True Lion, the people that know Pap for real, and those of us, it's more people than not who her antics is not changing their mind on who he is. Only the sisterhood of hyenas is, but they just in the comments just to be in the comments. His reputation is actually not being negatively affected. those of us who liked him before, we still like him. No matter what she say about Pap, I'm still a fan. Now, I don't know him personally, but I'm still a fan. And I don't have no negative thought about him because whatever they went through it. He ain't did nothing to me. I'm going to still tune in. He drop a freestyle right now. I'm going right over there to listen to it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to go right over there and listen to it and put a little heart on the and like the little post or whatever. I'm sure he's going to do it. Maybe now he can get back to doing what he want to do. He may not necessarily want to be an artist no more. That's up to him. But I sure would make my money ghostwriting. Ha! I'm gonna ghostwrite. Ha! I'm gonna make me some money. I'm gonna give me some royalties. You understand that? I'm gonna give me a point. These writing skills ain't about to go to waste. I'm gonna write for somebody. Somebody gonna be dope on the mic, and I'm gonna be writing. Now, we done kind of cover her. Let's go to Papoose.
Right. Somebody said we stepped at the part where you said you was going to put homie down. So I go on the spot. I'm walking.
This must be the second one. Hold on. Hold on for a second. Because it was two.
Okay, cool. What's going on? So a couple people kept calling me, you know what I'm saying, earlier, and every time they call, it messes up the live. So I had to shut it down earlier, but I wasn't finished what I was saying. I'm gonna wrap this up for the night. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, all of this fabrication that's going on. Hold on, let me make sure I clarify this the right way. Let me get this right. Since you want to continue with these lies.
I'm hoping it's the first one.
Hold on a second. Yeah, so first and foremost, I wanted to speak about I love all my kids the same. Everybody who know me know that. Everybody who know me, they know that about me. Love all my kids equally, love all my kids the same. But it's mighty strange, and if y'all pay attention, you will see what type of person she is. You sit here and you want to mention my son. Okay. First and foremost, I love all my kids the same. Anybody who knows me knows that. You can scroll down my page. The Father's Day, when all that shit transpired, is a picture on my page. It's still there. Like I said, never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. That picture is still there. I've taken my son to the Knicks game. I'm just talking about the things that y'all can see visibly. When I did television, my son is on there with me. She tried to go out here and exploit my son. And somebody told me, she said, oh, if he keep talking, I'm going to go on live with his son or whatever. What? So you still mentioning my children, right? Okay, let's talk about it. You are the one who have malicious things to say about other people's kids. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two, and I don't even want to bring my stepson in it because I know his situation is very serious and I love him and I love my son the same. I love both of them. But I love my stepson like he my real son because I raised him. Always took care of him. Everything he went through, I was the one who was there for him. Even right now, in the situation that he's in, I went to visit him. You didn't even visit him. So for a person who know what it was to be behind that wall, you didn't even visit him. You waited till I visit him, then you went to visit him. And you know what? People bear witness to that. But let's keep it moving. Like I said, scroll down my page, you see pictures of me with my son. You see videos in the past. Now, as a parent,
I switched it because this is I believe this is the very first one.
what's going on? I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes. Sometimes when you're on live and people start calling you, man, they mess the live up, you heard?
Is this the one I was still
I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes to come in here.
I'm sorry, y'all. I be getting mixed up because they all look the same and they kind of all start off the same as well. I just want to hear him say, "Hey, baby, my baby's still in here." Is this the one where he basically says, and he played an audio where she being blackmailed? This the first one? Okay.
All right, cool. First and foremost, everybody who know me, let's keep it 100. Everybody who know me, you know I don't do this. I don't do none of this corniness. Can y'all hear me? All right, cool. Everybody who know me, y'all know my style. She came on here claiming that, oh, everybody, I don't do this. Yes, you do. This is exactly the only thing you do. You know what I mean? Normally, I wouldn't even entertain this, but the fact that you mentioned my children, I'm not letting that ride. Since this whole situation happened, everybody know I never said nothing. The only time I said something was the last time when she tried to clout chase with the whole fake thing she tried to put on Instagram before. But ever since this transpired, I never opened my mouth, never said nothing because that's not my style. And also, I would never want to disrespect her. You know what I mean? Actions speak way louder than words. Initially, when it transpired, which was 2022, when she started dealing with the lane. But that wasn't the first time I caught her cheating. I've caught her cheating numerous times since she's been home. With the lane, the reason, but hold on, let's get to the point. We're gonna get to the lane later. You had the audacity to mention my child, and you had the audacity to mention me not seeing my daughter, when ever since I left, she has not allowed me to see my daughter. She's been straight miserable. I'm gonna say it again. All men out there who ever been through this type of situation, you know how it gets when you're dealing with a miserable individual. She did not allow me to see my daughter since this first transpired at the end of last year. Blatantly, I went to pick my daughter up from school. When I went to pick my daughter up from school, Diamond was picking my daughter up because that's who has my daughter all the time. And that was one of the biggest issues I had with her, because all my daughter know is mommy and daddy. She was raised with both parents. That's all she knows from day one, since the womb. Our entire lives has been documented. What goes on with these celebrities is they like when y'all come on their page and y'all like their posts. They like when y'all spend y'all money on their concerts, on their music. They like when y'all make them rich. So y'all become fans and y'all follow the journey of these celebrities for years and years and years, right? As y'all follow the journey of these celebrities, you basically become a part of their life because you've been following them for 10 years, 15 years sometimes. You've been a fan of a celebrity or artist. But soon as something happens, the first thing they say to the fans is, you don't know me, right? Soon as something get out there bad that they don't want you to know about, the first thing they say is, oh, you don't know my life? Yes, they do. They know you y'all know us very well. And the reason why I'm saying that is because don't allow none of these celebrities to fool you. When you hear a rumor that comes out, it's true. We are human, just like y'all, the audience, the supporters, the fans. So now you have a person here who life has been documented for decades through the fans watching us, seeing when she got incarcerated. Watch me visit her every day for a year straight. Watch me bring her 35 pounds of food a month. Watch me hold her down. Watch me in the courtroom getting into altercations with court officers over her. Witness when she came home. Witness me go build the anticipation for her to come out of prison. Had a different artist do a drop every single day. Oh, the queen is coming, the return of the queen, right? All the fans witnessed her come home, witnessed us have the big wedding ceremony, followed our entire journey. Never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. You ever notice I never erased nothing on my page? All you gotta do is scroll down. The same page that she utilized today to lie for an hour straight and tell all these fabricated stories, the same page I created. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. We get back to that later. I went to pick my daughter up from school. There's a young lady who was picking my daughter up from school. And I notified her, hey, I called her, I said, hey, I'm coming to pick her up. I picked up my daughter, gave her a hug, gave her a kiss, and show things you do when you see your child. Embrace my child. And I had to go take care of something that day. So after I see my daughter, I just wanted to see her and hug her because everything had been going on. I hadn't seen her in a little while. After I left, I think the next day or next two went by. She contacted me. Hey, you haven't seen your daughter since New Year's. I said, excuse me? I just seen my daughter yesterday. I just picked her up from school. What are you talking about? She didn't even know that I seen my daughter. You know why? Because she's never there with my daughter. She is never there with my child. And it's crazy that you have the audacity to open your mouth and say that I haven't seen my daughter, not only due to the fact that you didn't allow me to see her, since I finally got tired of your lies, tired of your narcissism and moved on, but the fact that while you was running out here cheating with this lame, not only cheating with this lame, you allowed him to destroy your entire life. You use all you talking this money talk. You use all of your money. And I want y'all to know this, because I know a lot of people I don't want to come across as I'm upset. But you know what? I am upset. You know why I'm upset? Because you mentioned my children. You had the audacity to mention my children, and you had the audacity. Can y'all hear me? Because some people complaining about the audio. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can you hear me now? If you can hear me, let me know. There's a few people saying they can't hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I'm not covering the mic. Y'all saying I'm covering the mic. I let it go now. It's good? Brooklyn Jad in here. Jad, can you hear me? All right, now, yes. Okay, cool. Like I said earlier, for those who just came on the live, everybody who know me, and I'm talking about speaking with my actions, I don't do this. I don't clout chase. I never come on social media talking about anything. Even when I got stabbed in my back, by the person that I moved mountains for, fought battles, did everything, was super loyal to, I still didn't slander you. I still didn't say nothing.
And see, that what he just said, that is what narcissists, that is what is supply to narcissists. Somebody that'll move mountains for them. They always manage to find people, that good-hearted people that want to do the right thing. That's good supply. She mad. Papoose is a level of supply she not gonna find no more. She gonna run through all the men, and not just sexually. She gonna be trying to run through them energetically, and they not gonna have the energy that Papoose has. So she's not gonna be able to feed as well off of them. It's gonna be very empty for her. And she's going to do them so dirty, because they're not him. Now, this won't be because she loves Pap. This will be because he was good supply for her. He was a good source of energy. And she's not going to find that source of energy no more. This is why narcs get mad at you when you take it away. When you say, no, you can't have any more of my energy. I'm done with you. You just sapped everything away from me. They get mad at you. You're the bad guy because you don't want to be used anymore by them. So you're the bad guy. So everything that he's saying, I believe it 100% because that's what you do with a narc. And none of it means nothing to them. None of it means nothing to them. They need it. They need for you to do this stuff. But at the same time, they hate you and resent you for being the person that they tell everybody else that they are. That's why narcs get mad. That's another reason, because they're so insecure with who they are. And they always pick people who are as good as they tell other people they are. And they're not that person. But they always go pick that person to the best of their ability to pick that person. And if they happen to find that person that is the good that they try to portray themselves to be to other people, they hold on to that person and do everything. So their love bombing stage might actually be longer. It might take a little bit longer for them to get to the devaluing stage and the stage where they start acting up with you really, really bad. But by then, you already love them, right? They don't start narcs don't act up till you love them. They're very careful about it. If they find that you're very good supply to them, they do not act up with you. They be on their best, most charming behavior. They be on their best behavior with you. I swear that they do. They know exactly what to say. They mirror everything. You be thinking that you have found the person of your dreams. You just can't believe that this person was right here in front of you the whole time. And they will keep playing that game. They love bomb, and they'll get you to a point where you're comfortable. So if you're really good supply, the love bomb stage actually lasts longer than they give other people. Other people that they don't feel like is good supply may or may not even get the love bomb stage. And if they do, to be short. And it'll be mixed in with the devalue real fast. Like Big Teeth getting devalued. Big Teeth getting devalued already. Because he not good enough supply. So he got a little bit of love bomb. He got the coochie and this, that, and the third. She talked to him any kind of way now. Especially he done got, Pap done knocked him out. He can't say nothing to her. He can't say nothing to her with his chest. He can't say nothing to her with his chest. I promise you. Anytime he want to say something with his chest to her, all she gonna be like, don't make me get Pap to come over here and bust you in your joint again. Bust you in your grill. Push you push your stuff all the way back, boy. Who you talking to? Didn't I have to pick you up off the floor when Pap hit you? Didn't I have to pick you? She gonna do it. He can't say, so the devaluing has already begun with C. Otter Big Teeth. C. Otter Big Teeth can't say nothing. His little otter chest better not poke out. It better not. She gonna bring up the fact that Pap popped him in his joint. She gonna bring it up. She gonna bring it up.
Just kept it moving. But you had the audacity to mention my children. So since you want to mention my children, and that I can't let ride. A lot of people like, yo, Pat, that's not you. Don't entertain it. You know what I'm saying? People see through it. She's bitter. She's miserable. Yeah, that's a fact. But you mentioned my children, and that I'm not letting ride. So with that being said, you abandoned my child for months. I'm sorry, for days at a time. Knowing she had to go to school the next day, knowing I had to go to work the next day, since you want to get up on you and say, oh, you don't have a job. Because you know, when I got the executive position at TuneCore initially, knowing I had to go to work the next day, knowing my daughter had to go to school, you stayed out with the lane.
Now, what he is describing is classic narc things. Whenever it is something important for you to do that they don't have a part of and that doesn't give them shine and spotlight, they figure ways to ruin that for you and to make it very inconvenient to you. So if he just landed a position and he needs to now have a good showing, he can't be showing up late. He can't not be showing up. He can't not be, you know what I'm saying? He got to really put his best foot forward now in this position. A narc would find a way to ruin that. She can't tell him not to do it because he's not going to listen to that. But what she will do is use the fact that he's not going to let certain things happen if she don't. So if I stay out all night and not be available to assist, make sure the baby go to school, make sure things happen so that you can show up the way you need to show up. If me staying out throws a monkey wrench in that, she don't care. She gonna stay out. Even if she wasn't really doing nothing. Even if that ain't really what she wanted to do, it was more important to make it inconvenient to him. That was more important. So you'll notice when you deal with narcs, anything that's important to you, they find a way to crap on that. They find a way to crap on it. They find a way to ruin it. They find a way to diminish it. They find a way to, you know what I'm saying, make it not good for you. Anything important, any kind of birthdays, holidays, special events, you know, whether it be jobs, whether it be leisurely, whether it be professional, whether it doesn't matter what it is. If it's something going on with you that does not give them shine, they can't take credit for it, they can't be in the limelight about it, they will crap on it for you. Make it so crazy that you either can't show up the way you're supposed to show up in these other places, make you look stupid. Basically, it make you look stupid in front of other people. And then you're the one that always has to double back. You're the one that always has to double back and then try to cover for them and then cover for yourself. But the reality is you look stupid now. And you may ruin opportunities because of the way that the narc has positioned things. And they're using the fact, see, she would use the fact that he not going to let that little girl not go to school. You see what I'm saying? He not going to drop the ball. They'll purposely drop it to watch you catch it and to watch you do this juggling game to catch it. So I wanted y'all to hear this part, that part, and him kind of say stuff. I'm going to jump to another clip real quick. Hold on. I'm going to jump to another clip.
What's going on? I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes. Sometimes when you're on live and people start calling you, man, they mess the live up. You heard?
Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. My apologies. Here we go.
Right. Somebody said we stepped at the park. You said you was going there to put homie down. So I go in the spot. I'm walking through the spot. I don't see the lane. Everybody look like the lane to me. I go to where I got an idea where they at. When I walk in the room, they in there lovey-dovey. They in there all lovey-dovey. Mind you, she been lying, saying she ain't with the nigga. She don't deal with him. All this corny shit, right? I see the lane. Y'all already know. Went in his mouth. Off the muscle. What happened was, he thought I came to talk. He thought I was about to talk. Ain't none of that. We don't do that. Mom! Right in his mouth off the muscle. Whooped him out. Dead on his feet. Hit the floor like a sack of potatoes. I know. Everybody telling me I shouldn't talk about this, but this nigga's a lame. Do what you gotta do. He hit the floor like a sack of potatoes. Stomped him out and all that. Bad. Hole in my knuckle, everything. But like I told you, I didn't do that because he slept with my wife. I did that because you shook my hand and then slept with my wife. But the part I didn't tell y'all is, through this entire ordeal of her cheating with this lame, I started to notice that he had something on her. And I felt like he was blackmailing her. I always felt like he was blackmailing her. Just because the way she was moving and behaving. So I'm gonna play an audio for y'all of him basically, in his own words, admitting to blackmailing her. Listen to this. So this got sent to me because he's on the phone with one of his people running his mouth. They recorded it and sent it to me. But this is him on the phone. Let me just play it. Hold on. This lame. Now, when I started to feel like he was blackmailing her, I brought it to her attention. I said, listen, Is it because this dude got something over you? Like, what's going on? She's staying out on days my daughter got to go to school. She's my daughter's calling, she's not answering the phone. I'm calling, she's not answering when she's with this lame. Then she's with this lame for days at a time. It's like crackhead behavior. I'm like, yo, something is wrong. Are they using drugs or something? Like, what's going on with her and this lame? So I brought it to her attention. I said, yo, listen, if he's blackmailing you, if he's holding something over you, let me know, and we can handle that. We can handle that too. I brought that to her attention. But everything I'm telling y'all is not in order. It's just throughout the situation. So I bring it to her attention. I say, yo, let me know if this dude is blackmailing you. We can handle it.
Now, mind you, I hate to pause it because he's going to play this audio. But again, this is what being with a narcissist looks like. I completely retract everything I said before. She's a narc. She's a narc. Because even in the midst of her betraying him, as she had done within the marriage many times, he was still willing to help her. Don't want to see her getting blackmailed by some other dude. Now, mind you, to get blackmailed by this dude means that not only was you having sex with this dude, you was letting him record you and all this other kind of stuff that he could now bring back to the situation as a married woman. As a married woman, you let another man record you. First of all, you had sex with another man as a married woman, and then you let him record you doing it. So you was having big fun.
And she wouldn't say it. But then while she out with the lame and me and my daughter's home, because that's who was always with her every night while this was going on, she'd send me a random text. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know I'm a bad wife. I still got all these texts. So I don't even know why she's doing this. Oh, I know I'm a bad wife. I'm so sorry. She's saying things like that. And I'm like, damn, this is not like her. So maybe this dude holding something on her. I'm going to play the recording right now. This is the lame saying that he's holding stuff over her head.
Yeah, man. So far, she's saying she fuck with me. I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go with that. But you're right, though. Anything can happen. So that shit will be 3 months, nigga. I don't know for how long it is. I got pictures, the texts, the videos of us. That shit gonna blow whenever I say it's gonna go. I'm talking about where I'm saying that news of cheating and all of that shit go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like, the only reason why it's spark is because you did horny shit.
Oh, let me play this again. Can y'all hear the audio? Let me play it again.
Yeah, man. So far, she's saying she fuck with me. I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go with that. But you're right, though. Anything can happen. So that shit will be 3 months, nigga. I don't know for how long it is. I got pictures, the texts, the videos of us. That shit going to blow whenever I say it's going to go. I'm talking about where I'm saying that news of cheating and all of that shit go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like, the only reason why it's spark is because you.
Now bear witness to this. You just heard this lame who she was dealing with since 2022 say in his own voice, I got videos and pictures of us. That's going to go whenever I say so. I don't care if she go back to him. This cheating gonna go when I say so. This is the same recording when he was up there clout chasing. Oh, I'm gonna be on Love and Hip Hop. I'm gonna get more followers. All of this foolishness, right? So y'all just heard the lame, the knockout victim, saying he got videos of her. But let's listen to her telling me that, oh, by the way, one of the reasons why she's so angry at me is because she says, all of this is my fault. Y'all ready for this? Because I knocked them out.
Again, before he plays the clip of her, told you what narcs do. I told you what narcs do. Everything is your fault. Him knocking out Sea Otter was the problem. Not the fact that she was with the sea otter in the first place. Not that. That wasn't the problem. That didn't have nothing to do with nothing. He should not have. The reason she's in the situation she in with him getting blackmailed is because Papoose knocked him out. Not because she shouldn't have been in that situation with that guy in the first place. No, absolutely not. Absolutely, that's not the problem. See, with Narcs, that's never the problem. They're never the problem. Your reactions are always the problem, 100%. This is why the only way to deal with a narc is to not give them reactions, because it doesn't matter how subtle your reaction is, how big your reaction is, how normal it is, it doesn't matter what your reaction is. Your reaction to a pound of BS could be, and the fact that you rolled your eyes, they'll go off all night with that. All night with that. All night because you rolled your eyes, because they just got through laying out a ton of BS to you.
She said if I would have never knocked him out, she would have been stopped talking to him. She said the fact that I knocked him out, she had to keep talking to him because she didn't want him to expose things. I highly suspected that they was using drugs together. I heard someone say earlier while she was on live, "Are you high?" She moves very strange. I seen a video where she looked outside of herself. I'm not accusing her of anything. This is not my style. But the fact that you mentioned my children and fabricated all these stories about me, about this money, when I wrote 90% of your rhymes since I met you, I can type a word from any one of your verses for the past time I've been with you. I wrote like 3 songs on your first album. I can come in my email drafts right now, which has dates on them, y'all, 2016, 14, and you can literally see her lyrics pop up, the whole rapper pop up. But let me say this, though. Let's get to this part right here. We just heard him admit that he's blackmailing her, right? Now, let's listen to her telling me that he's blackmailing her, that she would have been stopped talking to him. Since she want to get on here and fabricate and fake big this lame up. Have you noticed since I moved on, you never see her with the lame no more? She was sneaking around with him in restaurants. What he was at? Cheese Factory, matching outfits, losing the battle on stage, getting cooked by Geechee, getting cooked by Suge. This nigga can cook every battle. I don't know what type of rapper is this dude, man. Never lost a battle in my life. But anyway, keep it moving. We don't care about that. She tried to make it about Clarissa. I just met Clarissa in July last year. I've been dealing with this with you since 2022. Clarissa has nothing to do with this. She's very angry because Clarissa is shining like the diamond she is. World-class champion, Olympic winner. She has nothing to do with this. Actually, Clarissa went on a Breakfast Club, did an interview, and said she don't have a problem with her. This, which aired yesterday. Yesterday morning, I wake up to a phone call of her being belligerent, being a narcissist, screaming on my phone, claiming that Clarissa disrespected her. How did she disrespect you? She said she don't have a problem with you. Then, in the process of that phone call, she asked me, "So are you done with me? Are you done with me?" I said, "Is that a question? Am I done with you?" I said, she said, "You moving forward with the divorce?" I said, "Yes." My attorney, she want to fabricate these stories talking about not retaining an attorney. The last time I spoke to Rem, we said, listen, I spoke to my attorney. Saturday is the day that her schedule allows for me to come in. I had been interviewing different attorneys trying to pick the right one. I wanted to get a civilized divorce where we don't have to do none of this clown shit. She never wanted to do that. Just in recent time, she started to claim, when I say recent, I mean past few weeks, she started to claim that, she wanted to get the private divorce. So I said, okay, good. So when she called me the other day, tried to get back with me yesterday, and I declined because she was so mad about Clarissa, so angry because I finally moved on. She see us living our life. She talking about doing something for the gram or doing it for this and that. I'm living my life. I lived over there with you. I tolerated your foolishness, your cheating, and your adultery for years and years and years for the sake of my child. Moving on along, I just played the audio to y'all of the lame admitting that he's blackmailing her. Now I'm going to play an audio of her telling me that he's blackmailing her. Basically saying, but before I want to play the audio, I want to let y'all know that she's very angry at me because she says that if I would have never knocked him out, none of this would happen. So one of the reasons why she has so much animosity towards me is because I knocked him out. I'm letting y'all know that right now. That's one. I'm going to tell y'all the other two later. Oh, it gets worse. Hold on. You want to be funny? I could be funny too. But I'm going to be funny with the truth. You lie, you lie, you lie. You had the audacity to come on here and make up a fake story and say, oh, my mother called me. How lover said, come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. First and foremost, you talking about your mother called you about a YouTube video that everybody know they make fake videos on YouTube. Remy's in the hospital, Papoose this, that, person that. Those, we all know those is fake. You just mad because you see us moving on in our life, right? You want to fabricate a story about, and I still say my mother-in-law because me and her had a tight relationship like that. And I would never say anything to disrespect her or anybody in the entire family. You lied and said, I said, go get your brothers. That's cap. Everybody know I'm close. I'm more close to them and show them more love and support than you do. But let's keep it moving. So we already played the audio of the lame, the knockout victim, soft, didn't even fight back. That's what made me mad. I would have just clipped him and kept it pushing. But the fact that I seen that the nigga was soft when I ran down on him, I said, damn, this nigga be talking all this gangster shit, and he ain't even gonna fight back. Nigga was like a deer in headlights. But that's another story. Knocked him out. It's no mystery. Had to get a tetanus shot, knocked his tooth out and all that. Hole in my hand, the whole shit. But let me show y'all the audio of her. Check this out. I want y'all to listen to this. Can y'all hear me? Should I play the lame first? Should I play the lame saying that he the knockout victim saying that he's blackmailing her? Let me play her admitting it. But she's angry at me because I knocked him out, y'all. Glass Joe, y'all. We call him Glass Joe. Check it out. But listen to her. I want y'all to bear witness to this because out of the whole situation, this was one of the parts that really bothered me. So that's why I reached out to certain fake friends who I thought would be real, like they say they are, and step up. I try to bring it to their attention. Yo, I think she being blackmailed. Do me a favor. Just reach out to her. Don't tell her you spoke to me. I just want to know she's okay. She hasn't seen the baby in days. So I said, damn. See if y'all can reach out. And I don't want to involve nobody in this because this don't got nothing to do with them and they don't owe me nothing. But when you say you family, you got to live. That's an action. You know what I'm saying? You got to live up to that. But that's neither here nor there. So we played the audio of him admitting that he's blackmailing her. Now I'm going to play the audio. Listen to what she said. And I want y'all to know that this is my ex-wife. We're not married anymore. But at the time, as a married man, I wanted to protect her from being blackmailed. So I told her, if this is going on, let me know. Whatever he's blackmailing you, I'll handle that. And we'll get past it as a family. But she lies so much, you don't know what to believe. So I'm like, damn, is she blackmailing? Is he blackmailing her or not? But I want y'all to hear this. Listen to this.
She would have been over. He would have been over. You put me in a predicament, so I had to still kind of be cool with the nigga to make sure he don't go all the way back and I'm not getting dragged on both sides by Team Papoose and Team Fuck This Nigga.
Team Fuck This Nigga. That's your name, babe, bro. Your name is Team Fuck This Nigga. Hold on. Let's play this again.
She would have been over. He would have been over. You put me in a predicament, so I had to still kind of be cool with the nigga to make sure he don't go all the way back and I'm not getting dragged on both sides by Team Papoose and Team Fuck This Nigga. You didn't give a fuck. You didn't fucking care. Mm-hmm. That is not true. Talking to this nigga.
I would have been stopped talking with the nigga. So she's mad at me.
Now, This is narc talk. That's narc talk. Y'all heard what she said. So that I wouldn't be, you put me in a predicament where I had to keep being nice to him because I'm being dragged on both sides. Team Papoose and Team F this ninja. She was mad that when the story broke, everybody was on Pap's side. That is narcissistic injury. Narcs do not like looking like the narc that they are. They always have to look like the star or the victim. One of the two. They either gotta be the star of the show or the victim of everything. They can't be the villain. When this all broke the first time, she was the villain. This is why there's such a press to smear his reputation, because she got tired of the internet talking about he held her down and he was a good husband. So this is where all of this stuff is coming from about trying to expose him for not being a good husband, not being supportive, not being anything to her or nothing like that. She got to try to dispel all of these so-called lies. And y'all don't know who he is for real. No, we don't know who you are for real. That's all that is. Narcs like to do projection a lot. So she didn't want to be dragged. Now it was his fault that you didn't care. That's classic narc. They want to utilize your love or your attachment to them or your care about them. The first thing they tell you is you don't love them and you don't care about them and you want to see them down bad and you want to see bad stuff happen to them and all of that kind of stuff. They gaslight all of it. And then you heard him say that's not true because you're always in a position of having to defend your feelings to the point where you don't have no feelings. You're not supposed to. They'll keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking until they'll have you apologizing to them for something they did. That was what that was about. She wanted him to say sorry to her for having a normal reaction to a situation you put him in where you betrayed him. He was supposed to apologize to her for that. Now, here's my thing. And I'm not going to go back because we've spent 2 hours on this. Here's the thing. We now understand the perspective that Remy is coming from. She's not telling the truth about these things. She still has not truly said what was wrong in that relationship because there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with him. If she's saying that he was a mooch and he never supported her and he was only with her because she was paying for everything and she was the come up and she was the prize and he was the one that was mooching off of her and he was the one that was being a bum with her and all of this other type of stuff, and she left him because she was tired of taking care of a bum dude and this, that, and the third, then why did she get with a bum dude to take care of? Why she get with him? If you tired of taking care of bums that's only clout chase, only being with you to clout chase, then why did you go get a sea otter to clout chase you? To take care. Why did you go to the sea otter rescue, get a little rescue big teeth sea otter and to take care of them? Why'd you do that? Because if Papoose been using you for 20 years and just been running you in the ground, that's something you on the lookout for. You ain't about to take care of nobody. You understand? You're not about to take care of nobody that you didn't birth into this world. Especially not no man, because you just got out of a relationship where you had to so-called take care of a man, quote unquote, as you say. Just to get into a relationship where you're taking care of this dude. Then you got antics. Then you got these antics going on with this kind of foolishness. This the type of foolishness trying to prove, look at him. Trying to prove Remy said her new man has an 800 credit score, makes $250,000 a year, and treats her better. Ain't no battle rapper that's consistently, you ain't constantly getting washed and making $250,000 a year. You not. You not. What he making money getting washed in these battle raps? What? Say what now? I mean, this is given trying too hard. This is given, I gotta try to dispel the rumors. I ain't even listened to the rest of this. What this?
When he realized that a regular that can rap, but just not the way we do it. By the way, he makes $50,000 per battle, has about 5-6 battles a year, so he makes at least $250,000 a year. You understand? Great credit score. I never seen a person with a credit score like this in my life, like the richest people that I've been around. But anyway. Unlike some people who beg me to add their name to one of my properties and I have a fucking lien on it because they don't pay their taxes. He couldn't believe and couldn't fathom why him. So why he's sitting there, she was saying, why Hitman, why Goods? Why are you fucking lying? Why are you lying? You was devastated that a regular that used to work for sanitation, got a pension plan, got a 401k, that happens to rap, was able, when he realized that a regular your manipulation was able to treat me nice, not just because the camera's on, not just because people are watching, but because he genuinely felt like that. Not because I was paying his bills, not because I was taking care of his kids, and none of that. And then after I created my battle league, Chrome 23, I hope to make another battle league that's popping. He signed himself to, he literally that day signed himself to Split Your Verse Records and dropped a single the same day. Your manipulation was able to.
It's giving, I gotta try to dispel these rumors to make it not seem like, because the internet and even the sisterhood is dragging me for getting a downgrade. So I got to try to prove that he's not a downgrade from the man that I had. Girl, what? What? Beloved, we know a downgrade when we see one. She didn't like it that he's a sea otter, and she's shamed because when it first dropped in that battle rap, all the tea, she was like this when it came time to talk about it. $50,000 a battle. I can't imagine that he's not getting completely embarrassed in these battles, because battle rap is gutter. They will dig up anything to use as ammo, and he's a walking clip. He's just ammo. He ammo. The whole situation is ammo. Now, he probably don't mind because it's still clout to him, but any battle rapper that is worth anything got to be, I would be so disappointed in the battle rapper that's not flipping this every other bar. That's not every other bar ain't about the clout chasing that he like. Every other bar gotta be flipped. Ain't no way I'm a battle rapper and not flipping this dude every other way. Like he would be embarrassed. He would be tired of me with Remy and Pat bars. Like he would be so tired. He'll be like, man, you can't rap about nothing else. Nope. Long as I can keep flipping it. Nope. His last battle rap, I saw of him, he was complaining. It's all y'all talk about is real. Exactly. Because ain't no way. There's no way I'm not flipping that bar. Every bar. It'll last long enough to make it look stupid. It'll last as long as he keep it, as long as it's hot in the presses. He would be so mad at me. He would be mad if I was battle rapping, if I knew how to rap. And I would, I would call him Remy the podcast. Every other bar. Every other bar. He'd be so mad. They wouldn't even want to look at him because they know whoever his opponent is, we about to hear 50-11 Remy my bars. We about to hear 50-11 bars about Remy and Pap and the whole situation. So we don't even want to watch his round because it don't matter who he going against. They gonna say something about that. Like, so we don't want to hear that. Like, don't put him in the rounds. Don't put him on the card. We don't want to hit these. We don't want to hit these Remy and Pap bars no more. We don't want to hear another Remy bar. Oh, we don't want to hear another Remy bar, y'all. Don't put him in this battle now. Don't put him in there. My rap done came loose. Don't put him in this battle, y'all, because we don't want to hear that now. We want to hear some good raps. We don't want to hear about Remy and Papoose. We want to hear some good battles and stuff like that, some lyricism and punchlines and stuff like that. We tired of these punchlines now. Oh, he would be tired of me, baby. He'd be sick of me. He'd hate to see me coming. He hate to see me coming, baby. Because I'm going to bar you down. Because if I knew how to rap, that would have been a bar. The punchline and getting punched in your joint. If I knew how to rap, that would have been a bar right there. That's a bar right there, getting punched. It's a bar in there somewhere. I'm just not a rapper, so I can't bring it out. Right. You spin off of it for a little bit, act like you're going to say something else. Say something else for like 4 bars, then come back. The last 4 bars. Thank you, Mogul. Say he invested too much into her. She was always for the street. Shot her friend, wasn't even thinking about her family being more important. This is true. This is definitely true. All right, so right. Bing, bing, boom, bop, bam. That's a shame, boy. That's a shame. He had to move like that. He goofy. She trying to cover up that he goofy, but he goofy. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. But before we get out of here, y'all.
All of these styles and designs can be found at our Etsy shop in the description below. Aaliyah's Unique Boutique. At Etsy.com. Follow us on IG at Aaliyah's Unique Boutique.
The link to the website, Aaliyah's Unique Boutique, is pinned to the top of the chat. Go ahead and click the link. Go and get you some wonderful, beautiful, handmade, handcrafted earrings. Once again, the link is pinned to the top of the chat, Aaliyah's Unique Boutique. I want to thank everybody for chilling with me. I wanted to go ahead and I know y'all been with me for 2 hours. I wanted to get this wrapped up though. So I appreciate you. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.